You were never supposed to know it. And it broke God's heart. Now that you know it, oh so well, now that it's in your bloodline, now that it's in your family, God says, I never wanted them to know that. But God is so good that he says, you can't unknow what you know. Man, oh, I feel like ministering in this place. I want to talk to somebody who wants to unknow what they know. See, you got to know some things that you don't want to know to even understand what that sentence means. But I want to unknow that this type of betrayal can exist in someone. I want to unknow that this type of weakness exists within me. There are some things that I know now that I wish I could unknow. And sometimes I'm stuck not because of what I don't know. I'm stuck because of what I do know. I do know that people will leave you. I do know that you can get in a situation where your pride makes you fall. I know some things that have kept me stuck. And God says, I can't unknow what you know, but what I can do is cover what you know. So in the garden, God comes down and he's asking Adam and Eve, what happened? When he recognizes that they've eaten from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, it says in my text that immediately when Adam ate from it, that his eyes were opened and he saw that he was naked. When God created him naked, God said it was good. He ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and now he sees his nakedness as evil. That's why I said it's difficult to distinguish between what's good and what's evil, because now you have this knowledge, and what you're calling good, God might be calling evil, and what you're calling evil, God might be calling good. I think that's why the psalmist says it was good for me that I was afflicted. I don't think he stumbled into that. I think he sat back and waited long enough to see that what I thought was an evil affliction was actually God making all things work together for my good. It takes someone crazy to look at what the enemy meant for evil and say, actually, I think God may have meant it for good, because now what I thought I needed was something that would feel good. I thought I needed something that would make me better, but maybe what I really needed was something that would afflict me enough that I understood who my friends were, that would afflict me enough that I started praying differently, that would afflict me enough that I started worship differently. Some people thank God for what he did and how he blessed them. Sometimes I thank God for what he didn't do, and there were tears streaming down my face, and I was crying and I was heartbroken. But then I waited about 6 months and I said, you know what, God? It was good for me that I was afflicted, because I know you'll never leave me nor forsake me. Now I know who's really with me and who is against me. Now I know what's on the inside of me. Now I trust the gift of God that you've placed on the inside of me, and I wouldn't have gotten there unless I was afflicted. God says, I'm going to cover you. You weren't supposed to know it, but I'm going to cover you. You weren't supposed to see your nakedness as evil, but now I got to get down on your level of thinking so that I could grow you up into who I want you to become. If you're calling it evil, I'm going to cover you right here, but I'm also going to make sure that there is a plan that takes you from the way you think now into the discovery that your ways are not my ways and your thoughts are not my thoughts. And so you think it's evil, and so I'm going to allow you to vent on the level that you think, oh God, help me to say this the way I feel it in my spirit. Sometimes God gets down on your level so that he can speak the language that you're speaking. I know you're mad. I know you're angry. I know you're upset. I know you're lost and you're confused. If you think God only speaks on a high level, then you missed out on the whole reason why we're here. The whole reason why he got in Mary's womb, wrapped himself in flesh, is because sometimes there is a job that requires I get down on your level. You serve a God who knows how to get down in depression. Sometimes we pray depression away. Sometimes we say, God, if you could meet me in this depression, because it feels like it's stronger than me. So I need you to get down on my level to break this thing off of me. That is why God gets down on your level, because sometimes you cannot fight this devil on your own. And while you're busy busy trying to get up, God's trying to get down with you so that I can help you fight on a level you didn't even know was possible, so that I could breathe my words of wisdom in a way that helps you to understand that if they left you, you didn't need them. If they walked away, let them walk. If they kept on moving so that you could keep growing, sometimes you just gotta thank God, but you gotta allow him to get down on your level with it.